any sentence. Editor son, cue the intro. Okay, everyone, none of that's over. Guys, it's insane work. We posted on time today, on Monday, and we're filming Danganronpa Monday. On a Monday! Last time we basically just found out Chihiro died, but if you want a full context for that, then obviously go watch the video that was uploaded today, you know, at the perfect time. But this time, I don't think I'm ready, y'all. Cause like, I don't think I have an idea on who it could be. Cause we didn't really get any information. Okay, I think I'm going to look at my truth bullet. It's really quickly. So, Monokuma file. 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi, and may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. The dumbbell found on the floor of the girls' locker room had a significant amount of blood on it. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. Who's like the strongest guy at our school? Mondo. Okay, I'm suspicious, yo. So about the locker room, we need to swipe your e-handbook over the card here. You need a male student handbook for the boys' locker room and female students for the girls. It's not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations. So can it really be Mondo? I'm actually not sure now. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's will seem to work, so it's assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very likely that Leon's handbook would have broken. The suspected genocide jacket include Ken Harada, Tetsuo Honda, and Shoji Gaku, among countless others. They are killed in the same way and mounted into a nearby wall. The word bloodlust was found at each scene of each crime in blood. Profiling indicates the killers like these students suffering from a split personality. Jiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at school even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been known that she got along remarkably with her male classmates. The carpet room in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain on it, which we know that was from the protein shake protein coffee that Sakura had. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured a big person supermodel playing among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy and other teenage girls. The other handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. Chihiro's body had been suspended and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain in the girls' locker room. However, the stain had since been inexplicably swept away. Yagyo was known to use the lamp often. However, since one has gone missing, at some point at the Lord's court couldn't quite reach the outlet. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes in a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste has told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Is there really only 16? I'm so not ready. Cause I know the trial doesn't start until you get all the things, so that is all the information.
So is everybody ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is?
You really don't remember?
Come on. Kidding! Kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like that, he said a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
Whew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle in the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there!
Let's go.
It's actually geeked, bro. There is no way he actually did that to Toko. Like, I don't like her that much because, yeah, that first trial made me mad. But, man, that was low-key disrespectful. I cannot lie to you. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm, and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Let me talk to you, Mondo.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What got her so worked up? Why are you so calm? have a
It's
choice,
true.
right? Ah! Kyoko! Oh, look. How's it going? Danganronpa. My favorite character, my girl. How are you doing today? Oh my god. Looking as pristine as ever. But thank you for answering my question. Yes. I give a small nod in reply. With one last breath, I walked towards the elevator and shaky leg. Each forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everybody was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds, deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator were unaffected, however, it continued to descend without hesitation, till finally, it came to a sudden stop. Here we are again, everyone.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You rip wearing to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
He already said, let's get this show on the road already. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Skills. The focus gauge increases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Increase vocabulary increase. Let's do this, everyone. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Alright, we remember how this goes, everyone. Make your argument. Let's see what everyone got to say.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Correct.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Okay, I don't
I
think
bet it
that's
was
it.
an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Yo, my aim
That
sucks.
certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Okay, I actually think I do got it. I had to be the same. Yep.
Chihiro's
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Boom.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
I mean, that one's much obvious. But my glorious Queen Kyoko pointed out, so it's okay.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah?
Yes! That's so creepy!
Alright, how about we stop judging my queen? Before I get mad.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Was that Jack, the fiendish serial killer? Did he really kill Chihiro? New element has been added to non-stop debates. Like to hear more? Actually, quickly. For the debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think about them as an obstacle in your debate. but there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can shoot down with the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim. Take your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. But then, good luck, have fun. Okay, alright. Genocide Jack's case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
You bitch.
Hey, so speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
Why would you share that to the class? No one cares. I think Bianca showed me in the archive. Yeah, it shows that.
The culprit is Genocide.
Look, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
Boom.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Good question,
The
Mondo.
why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Fair.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Bro, shut up! Oh my god, I hate you! Just shut up, you freak! Like, why? Not even close! You dirty weirdo, dude.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
We've never heard Byakuya talk this long.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got it!
Yeah, I told you I'm like that.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What? Hold up! Yo, hold up. Editor-san, play the clip from last episode of me theorizing on who Genocide Jack is. Alright, play that clip. I think Toko is Genocide Jack. Have you heard that, everyone? I want you to know that if it's actually Toko, I guess that's so right, and I'm the best, and you should subscribe.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Shut up, bud.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
I'm gonna give you the break on this one because you don't know that they suspect that if you're a high schooler with split personality, I'm gonna give you a break this time, Kyoto. It's a riddle for sure. I feel like I understand it. That means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Alright, let's lock in. Hangman's Gambit. Crap. Chat, we might be cooked. Oh! Chat, why did I only just remember how to do this? Schizo. Oh! Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh, we've already come to the end of the debate. Well, trials are officially adjourned. Now it's time to review who the Black End is. Foo! Hear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the Black End. Too bad. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
It's
Now I understand.
complete.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
Gasp.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Okay, but still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Gasp.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows her behavior definitely changed. She started acting real
You were
crazy.
talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Like, that's definitely what happened.
Right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The word has a front and back and top ending and bottom of sea of truth, a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she's just completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer to drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Yo, Byakuya is actually cooking.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Oh, snap.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Alright.
She told me a most interesting story.
Alright.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Yo, Byaku just like actually ratted her out, bro.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Yo, she's actually
You have
crashing out.
only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
I love that anime. Oops. That is low-key kind of fucked up, though.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it. But
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Yo, her stance has changed. Oh, what the fuck?
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see? Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever.
Chat.
What are you gonna do?
Chat, up for the round of applause! Guess who was right? Oh, clap it up. Clap it up for you, chat. Clap it up. Oh my god.
Ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
I love Jack and Jill.
What the fuck is this?
Watch your mouth, bud.
What happened to you?
She's bad
Not
shit.
Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
I heard
One
tongue
of them
out.
happens to be a serial killer. You should turn a blind eye to one.
Oh my god, I love her laugh. Oh, it's awesome.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
Yo, why do I like this one more than the original? Oh my god.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
I really like this Toga. Or, Jill. No, they like her so much. This is the murderous fiend. Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
I wouldn't be doing that right
What's
now.
up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Wild work.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
That is true.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
I love her.
Kidding again?
Like the way she talks, it's just so, like it's so different from like Toko. Like oh my god, I love it.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive. so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
I low-key forgot about that.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
I love her.
Sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
She is sort of right.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more detail about this. Make your argument. Status of the dead body. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You
Okay.
say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
I had to focus and remember Chirio's body. That must have been the answer. That should have proved. Right.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that one. Yo, I actually hate that first try, by the way. Like, I want.
Methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, cause I pointed this out. Like, it's kind of weird. Cause I remember like Genocide Jill that we know now. She kills with scissors, right? So why an extension rope instead of like something like
there's a
scissors?
slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Yeah, cause like you look at these, like they're impaled with scissors.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The one clear difference between the murders is the photo from the other Genocide cast look like all the necks and stomachs.
I got it!
The fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Where did she get all these scissors from?
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Yo.
Please stop comparing killing people to cooking.
She's so fucked up and twisted. Alright, second favorite character right there. Genocide Jill. Of course you can't replace my glorious queen. Uses.
I got it!
Yeah, our hearts back, chat.
Remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something... Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac, alright.
Big Mac? Are you
Alright.
to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Can we stop calling him that?
Huh?
Or me that in this case?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, she only kills guys.
Figure
I was
that
no one
out,
figured
and
this one
it'll
out.
be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed
Oh,
that
no.
little lolly girl.
Oh no! You're gonna get Hifumi excited! The pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victim and Chihiro's didn't fit in. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured out. What? Her lover? Excuse me!
Because
What's happening?
Chihiro was a girl?
Was there some more we missed? Yep. Yep. Cooking, chat.
Talking about.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Don't know why we're still killing 14-year-olds though. That's insane. Koma Tatsuna, Toro. Takafumi Gono. Uchida Nohiya. Takeshi Masume. Yuto Yumijima. There was no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men.
Oh.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed.
Oh my god.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Because.
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much
What is up with
passion
all the
and
chef
conviction to cross
analogies?
that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
Oh my god.
Slowly, cur.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That
I'm like,
does make some
yeah, she's low-key kind of cooking. Because why would she do that?
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Didn't all the girls get sewing kits?
Scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Yo. Yo. Chat, this might be the thumbnail. I don't know. Because this is low-key tough.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Where did she pull that
Go
from?
ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you? Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
I mean, you could just risk it. We
But
all die.
The body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah, That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Hold on, there is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Definitely not my wife. Come on, guys. Not my girlie. Yakuya, kind of, right?
Here's my answer.
Like,
Yakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
I'm like, because he's the only one who
You
knew.
have no problem gaining access to classified government documents.
Was it Byakuya?
Police records. Plus, you've already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime
Yo.
on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look
And
like
he's the one who uses the
stamp on it.
extension cord?
The adorable glasses man was behind it all? Oh, I'm on fire!
Okay.
Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls
I was
on
like,
me.
yeah, it does, because, like, again, we mentioned that the only person who uses the suspension cord would be
Then I
Byakuya.
must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It's even nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker. I didn't
You
even
wanted
peep
to
that.
go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But how did you know it was Chihiro?
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's some.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I'm gonna. Wait, I'm like. Absolutely. Oh, oopsies. I know exactly what to do. Make your argument, because I know what it is. How else would you know?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Correct.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
You pervert.
Natural reaction for any guy.
No, that's not true.
The
Just you.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
But
There
how
is
did-
no time for pointless distraction.
How did you know it was Chihiro, though?
What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Oh.
The victim was Chihiro.
Yeah. Whoo, we barely got that one, chat. Should have read the flashback part,
I'll
cannot
tell
lie.
you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that.
Look at Byakuya's attitude. It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with him.
You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
My girl coming to the save! My girl coming to save me as usual.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Give me a kid. I can already tell you what it is. Because I know what it is. The extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
I missed that one.
No, it's wrong.
Ooh. Break.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
How did none of you notice that? That was so obvious.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
See, again, when he says it like that, that doesn't sound like him.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. If he's not even, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even
What's
involved.
wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Oh, yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know. There's something that's still bothering me.
We haven't used all 16 points yet.
And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but doesn't that mean I really just said Byakuya's the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something.
I got it!
It's the scene of the crime, because remember?
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointment,
Yo, bro, shut up. I will kill you myself.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Oh, shit.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who would have been so comfortable to now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Bet. Something that was switched between the boys. Yep. Yep.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker
Oh,
room.
Snapchat, we are cooking so hard.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
God.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Fuck. my god.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Bro, who's listen to this shit, bro? They look like Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
Again, that doesn't
Like
really seem to belong in
Kayaba's
the boys'
forgotten
locker room.
siblings.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. Actually, is that it was put in the boys' locker room.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook
is kinda
across
right,
the
though.
card reader
Hold on,
device.
Celeste might be cooking.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly
What?
doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Chihiro really can. Alright. Argument time. What's today's argument? Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
Nope, can't
I'm
be.
sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Boom!
No, it's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Alright,
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
correct.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says, in other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of
Alright.
course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who really did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can
Hold
do.
on a second.
My girl! My darling! Oh my god! Here she comes in clutch
I agree
again.
with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth, and that's what you've got to say? There's no
Let her
way
finish
she could
talking,
get in
bro.
the boys' locker room, right?
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What?
What are you talking What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Are we serious?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Yo, Kyoko, my girl, my mysterious girl, who got something up her sleeve, bro, and I feel like she's about to cook like an enormous feast, chat. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We head off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was, wasn't someplace I didn't think we'd be in back here.
The
Shit.
girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
She was touching on it, so
Be sure to examine
pause.
the entire
Pause.
body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
All right, maybe one of the girls should do it, and definitely not this.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Sakura's locked in.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
You want us to rub? Ugh!
No, it's
You know, you're
okay.
weird.
I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Yo, she's so freaky.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
I'm
Her
scared.
entire body? I know you say that, but what? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Yo, why is she tweaking out? Sakura eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form, her massive frame temper.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
What? Are we actual for real right now? What? What? There's so many things I gotta unpack. Chihiro is a boy. And Kyoko was feeling her dead body, well, his dead body, and found that out.
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
You're right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Oh my god, what?
Hero was...
Yo.
I?
Let's, actually?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
That's because you're a creeper.
Chihiro Fukisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Okay, I guess fuck it then.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh?
Yo, my girl literally is coming in clutch!
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class.
Yo, I can't believe Chihiro is a dude, bro. What? So that means back in, like, I don't remember what episode it is, but I made a little joke about saying, yo, why does Chihiro get femboy vibes? And you were telling me I was right? That's insane work. Yo, bro, I've been predicting this series since day 2, I think.
Just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
That's why. Wait. So that explains why she never wanted to like work out with all the girls and stuff, because she knew she wouldn't have. Well, he wouldn't. I don't know.
Well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, that had never even crossed my mind, because he was so innocent.
He would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Gasp.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but
To make it seem like it was one of the girls, right?
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
What does that mean? Kiddo, what?
So now everything has
Son,
been
editor Son, what does that mean?
all
Put
the
the definition on
mysteries
Google.
have finally
On the screen.
become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
I'm starting to think Byakuya wasn't the killer, because Byakuya didn't know.
He's off in his own little world.
Shut up, freak.
what about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Yo, what?
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Pretty sure that means this nigga just gave us like a fucking B.
Mark it as
Maybe B+.
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter.
Why were you in the girls' locker room?
Fucking with us right now?
And what
No,
the fuck
I
is
am
wrong
not
with you?
effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
He just refused to say fucking. He said, I am not effing with you. Why is he so proper, dude? No, I am not effing with you. You barnacle scum.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
if you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My
question.
reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
I don't think he does. He literally just goes along with the flow. I'm pretty sure that's because he's always high.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Y'all can't do it. Who was the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? The one that we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murderer scene. Means the killer has to be a guy. Like, that's the only answer. If the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. If Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it had to be a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Okay, I'm gonna vouch for Hifumi here. I genuinely feel like it couldn't have been Hifumi. Like, look at that fat ass. He can't be a voice.
Clue that might lead us to who did it.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Oops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it
Who
though.
saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
So it's either that one or what I always say.
Game over.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Alright, so I think I might go with Yashihiro said.
Did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at first.
It's over. You want to know who saw
The killer. And only the killer.
Yeah, I'm like, it's either him or Hina.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Correct.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It
Correct.
seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Woohoo! What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we
Right?
Knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
My girl is already filling us with the knowledge, bro.
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Yo, it's Kyoko. It's
Focus on the details
cooking.
of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket we took.
Okay. Did Chihiro track jacket really have wholesome clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Argument time, I guess. What am I missing? Celeste's account?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Correct.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Correct.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit?
She has like no inner thoughts, dude. She's just so calm and collected. Oh my god, I love her.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
What?
No, it's wrong.
I'm like, how did we never said it was blue, right? I don't remember saying it was blue. Crazy work.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag. I assume he headed off to exercise. Yeah, we never said it was blue. I was right.
Jacket's color.
Yo, people are gonna think I know what's happening because I keep getting things right. Listen. No, I'm just into the detective kind of stuff. I'm not like ahead of this. Okay, this is a free, never seen playthrough. Like even editor Sean told me to watch the anime, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue?
Listen, he can even pull up the text.
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Yo, we actually just figured out who it was.
Before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No,
But
that
no,
can't be it.
I'm like it was literally nowhere to be
The
found.
clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
I don't think that was by
He walked
chance.
past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in.
Oh, snap. Are we cooking?
You just ran into him briefly. You couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the...
Oh, but I say, I'm like, you better not be accusing my girl Kyoko. I'm gonna hop through the screen and start killing people.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him. From
Yo,
the very
why is my girl always right, bro?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Yo, Kyoko is an actual certified genius, bro.
She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No,
Oh my god.
I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Alright.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Shut
That's
up.
what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh,
Please
yeah,
shut up.
That reminds me. Kifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking
Yo,
about
bro,
it here
shut up.
carefully, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk
Like,
away?
actually, bro,
Fine,
like
man.
you had the deep voice and you just disappeared, bro.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on the ground, right? That means it must belong to
I got it!
Chihiro.
We know
Obviously.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
Shut
I
up.
was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit.
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so...
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
So what does that mean?
Confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How
Possibly.
precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak point.
You already told
'Cause,
us
like,
before
the
that
Dumbo, right?
handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
The handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Is it like on the side or something?
Asking me?
I think it's a
Yeah,
necessary
calling you to
piece
the
of
stand.
information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow
Bro,
my
just give us the
example?
information.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd
Why is he
realize
still
it
so
was
mad over
broken,
there?
of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but...
So wait, what if the broken one wasn't
I
Leon's?
don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken the...
Kiyotaka. And they wear all their clothes in this. Oh no, it wasn't Kiyotaka. Don't worry. We know who was wearing all their clothes. Mondo Owada.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Like broken Leon's broken handbook, right? Maybe it's not Leon's.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo...
Hold up, I need to remember. Okay.
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Really? He's a thug.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
There we go, finally. Break.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation?
Well, there is a rule about loaning your handbook to... It's kind of a
But not
gray
if they're dead,
area,
I mean.
I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse...
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake.
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this kid? That way, everything will be...
Alright. climaxing through. Alright, we're back, everyone.
Here's exactly what
I
happened.
think we solved it.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide. Then, removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was... After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
Intervene.
Even
I
more
like how you
complicated.
paused.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
That's so fucked up. I cannot lie to you, bro. That's actually screwed up.
Byakuya was putting together this facade. The killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Complete. You're struggling with that one though, chat.
No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need
Get off dick,
proof.
bruh. Get off dick. You're Armando's
Any
dick.
proof? You can't pin any of this on him.
Child, come on. Come on. Absolutely. A little about fever time and nega time. During a bullet time, if you press the right bumper, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the button at randoms, you will miss. You can push A button, and however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal escape. But this only lasts until your focus gets down, so make sure to use the best tackle. Here, if you only got the access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time to your opponent. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo markers will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure or nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. But surprisingly, if your action difficult is set to gentle, then opponent won't use the nega time. And all good luck. Moment of truth.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
I messed up, everyone. I messed up.
I refuse to give up yet.
I forgot how to do this one. It's been a while.
me some evidence.
This should prove it. If thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Shit, he just owned up to it. Alright, that just makes our life a whole lot easier. This video was running kind of long. Ooh, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ooh, A rank. Fuck yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank.
Pause!
As the blackened this time around.
Shit, give your lever a yank.
Will you
boys.
make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Guilty, 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 guilty. Bam, bam, boom. Ooh. Look at all that. Guess it was obvious. He did admit to it. He literally made life so much easier.
What?
Uh-oh, this time look, you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his lack of own strength. You're so weak, everybody though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember. He couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further in that weakness. He took on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex has already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turns out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world of survival of fittest is if you're not strong enough, you're not to survive. And the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now. But, I don't want to have to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become stronger, so I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to
Now's my
change.
chance. I'm not gonna get stronger, accept who I am. Strong enough to that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that, though, in the front of his mind, he resolves to take immediate action, and so... The day he made the commitment to begin exercising, he was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be helpful to ask someone for help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to? It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. Sojiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. I feel like that was supposed to be Monokuma's line. Was that a mistake? That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he be able to come close to that. So then that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro's from the boys' locker room? Yo! Even killing him, he still respected his secret.
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he did? That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everybody would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him into the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Then Mondo did that all to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So, why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know. So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could ever have been that bad. Something he didn't want to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible. How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of a folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while you're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory of the secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. But I thought he was like hugely respected his brother. Huh? Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only person he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the character's mad the older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before everyone knew that, he had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. Beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. Ew. But when Mondo started thinking about how would he have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw at Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang
with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that I do is all that I do make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members in the gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
And on that night of the amazing Brothers retirement ceremony,
Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashing homecoming traffic, but suddenly... Oh, snap. Laying in the kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. Fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid, there was up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men.
he decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that has caused this accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose his kid brother, so he got stupid and killed himself. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm strong. Strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At the point it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother. Killed his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. That had happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother have worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around it would have been for nothing. That's why I... Mondo. After I saw that Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. After that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety weighed down my stomach. And it was right around then Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right then, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus! Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Cause I mean, you kept the secret all the time, right? If I found out, you would... You're right, but... Ooh, I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I wanted to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing a lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. He can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I really am him, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you f***ing with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything? What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your
that's
strength. That's right, I am strong. Strong! I'm strong! Strong, 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 strong! Stronger than
Son
you!
of a bitch.
And stronger than Dahlia! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive and angry, and he hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in his heart, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Did you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you. Yo, we got Kiyotaka cussing. I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's time for punishing. It's fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promise you. You write the blacking that disturbed the peace would be punished. Hold on.
I prepared a very special punishment.
Commando Wada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, oh, wait.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh, snap. I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Scared. Oh god. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Yo, why he got the same cut? What the heck? Oh, snap. Oh, it's one of the cage thingies that, like, you see people, like, ride the dirt bikes in. The cage of death. But how would that kill someone? Okay, oh, snap. We going fast. Why you got, like, Splatoon colors? Oh, Monokuma just fucking... Oh. The hula hoop? Oh. Wait, oh. What just happened? Oh, it's done. Where did Mondo go? He's not on the thing anymore. Yo, what the fuck happened? That's absolutely fucked, dude. Butter? Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Like a sad screen in video at school, we were each forced to realize once again, but he, of course, had to. You know what, everyone? I think we are going to wrap it up this time around. This was actually extremely long. So yeah, I understand why these trials take so long. It's been 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm sorry, editor-san, that you're gonna have to edit this, but I don't know why this took so long. But thank you for watching today's video. I know this is crazy everything that's happened. But I want you guys to know, don't forget, I want to start making short-time goals. So the long-time goal is like 500 subscribers, you know, the Gojo part. The Gojo pillow, you know, body pillow. But I have a short-term goal for you guys. So I have very specific videos I fall asleep to like every night. So at 150, I'll release that playlist for you guys. Alright? Without further ado, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.